and had dug ourselves in a hole that we just couldn't get out of. And just talk about execution. That's one thing we always talk about, not giving up the big play and just being able to just settle in. And it's just like one bad play led to another. Then offensively, we weren't able to score the touchdowns. We get the ball down in the red zone, and then all of a sudden, we end up with field goals instead of touchdowns. The ball's first and goal on the 5-yard line. We get a holding call, get it pushed back, end up with a field goal. Then we drive in there, then it had some critical drops, and the one critical drop led to a reverse, which we ended up getting tackled for a loss. But if you catch the ball there, you may not have that loss on that reverse. But I was just pleased the way we came back and we played the second half. I thought our guys hung in there and they fought and had a chance there all the way until the end. If we could have just got a score there and got 7 points instead of 3, who knows what kind of game it would have been. Would have had a chance to onside kick and then go for it. But I was just pleased with our overall effort, the way we came out the second half. First half, kind of got shell-shocked. The young guys out there trying to keep them together. Then the second half, they were able to battle back.
Charlie, what second half adjustments did you make defensively? You held them to 74-yard rushing in the second half.
Well, just defensively, you look at the plays they had. The first play of the game, they run a wheel route, throw the long ball, and then we just don't get over the top of it. And then the second play, they hand the ball off, and Locke ends up cutting the ball all the way back across the defense, which should not ever happen. And then guys just being out of position. So guys just settle down and get in position. And if you're in position, you're going to make plays. You look at it, we come free, we blitz him on the third down to have him sacked. We lose contain. He throws the ball down there, and then the guy catches it. Then we miss a tackle on the boundary, and he's able to get it down to the 3-yard line. Then we knew the Wildcat formation, knew it was coming, and we didn't get lined up. And then Cobb took the ball down the boundary for a touchdown. So those are 3 plays in the first half, and then just kept battling. So we're down 14 at halftime. Just told them, guys, offense is going to get the ball. They're going to take it and go score, and then we're back in this ball game. But you have to believe that. You have to have that confidence where you believe in it.
When you got them in at the half, how did you feel about where their mindset was? And you said a little bit about what you said to them, but did you have to settle them down, or was there anything like that?
No, I just brought them in, and I just told the defense we've given up too many big plays. That cannot happen anymore. We have to go play the second half. There's 30 minutes of football left. There's 30 minutes of football left. They scored 20. We got to keep them from scoring. And then offensively, I told them, I said, guys, just score touchdowns. Right now you have 2 field goals. Score touchdowns, you're back in this game. You're only down we're down 14 points. Just go score some touchdowns, and we have a chance. We're back in.
In the second half, then defensively, Charlie, it was more being just in better position than it was anything adjustment-wise. Is that what you're saying?
Tackle better and discipline. It was nothing that there was no adjustments we had to make. Just tackle better, just discipline, where guys get lined up. And then we had the tackle. You look there in the second run there where he cut the ball back. It was when missed tackles. It's just guys out of position to go make a play. And that's going to happen with the young group of guys, but still, we're in position. We have to be able to beat one-on-one blocks when we bring blitzes, and we didn't do that.
You kept telling us about Bilal, and he had a heck of a game today.
Bilal Powell's a special player. And you see, he played. I think he ended up with over 150 yards rushing. But Bilal he's a special football player.
How big a spark was that, do you think, through your team when he had that 80-yard run? I mean, it could have been a big momentum shift, maybe it was.
Right, and it did, because we scored, and I think we went back out the neck, and we stopped them. Yeah. They made them punt the ball, but it was a big momentum changer for us. But then you throw the ball down the middle of the field, we dropped a post route, which should have been called. Then that ball's going to end up somewhere down in the plus territory, and then you throw an outcut, you drop that. So then all of a sudden, you're back in it, then boom, boom, there's 2 drops, and there's a loss on a reverse, and that's what just can't happen. It's not now, because we're not good enough to overcome those miscues. We can't do that right now.
You get that about some of the things you learned about your team today?
Well, I just know this. The first half, we jumped out there, and we were ready to play. It's just that, defensively, you just can't give up those plays, and then offensively, like I said, you got to score. But I'd like the way they came back the second half and they competed. And that's all we talk about, just compete, guys. And if they compete, you feel like you have a chance. And I just told them, guys, we have 11 games to play this season. It's going to be up to you how we can bounce back. This isn't last year. We have a good football team, and you just showed it right here today. You got beat by a good team, but if you don't make those mistakes, who knows what would have happened.
You get that field goal. What was your thought process? What did you tell the team heading into that last Kentucky drive?
Well, we got the field goal. It was going onside. Then you look over and it's like three something left in the game. And I just didn't want to give them the ball that close and figured that we could go stop them because we had stopped them the last 2 times. So we go stop them and make them punt the ball. Then tell an offense, hey, let's get ready for 2 minutes. Maybe we can go out there and try to get a score in. But we weren't able to get the stop, and now they drove the ball and was able to run out the clock.
On the fourth down play for 39, did you consider punting it, or what was going through your mind there in the fourth quarter when you went for it and Beaumont made the dive?
Well, it's 7 minutes to go in the game, and I said, well, let's go for it. And here we are. We're down 10, so let's go for it. And we're going to do it. And the ball, I just felt it was 4th and 5. So you just needed 5 yards. We called timeout to the offensive line. Hey, you got to protect. We got to get these 5 yards. We got to get this because we need this for our football team.
Talk about Adam Froman's play again.
I thought Froman did an outstanding job. Maybe his numbers are not going to be as special because he had a lot of drops. But he played well, hung in there with the pressure, people all around his feet. But he did a good job of delivering the ball and managing the offense. I thought he played very outstanding. Him and Bilal Powell were 2 guys I would single out. They played very well offensively.
Kentucky was 6 of 13 on 3rd down. It seemed like you'd get a couple stops and have a chance to stop them there and just wouldn't.
Yeah, you think about it, we had them stopped and we missed tackle. I mean, a guy comes clean, a guy loses contain, and we felt like that we could pressure a quarterback. We thought we could get after him, but it was like, you blitz and then you don't get there. Then it's like he's holding the ball, he scrambles out, and once a guy breaks contain, it's easier for him to find his open targets. And you throw the ball down there and look like he's covered, and we don't make a play on the football. I mean, he throws an out cut right into the coverage, and you're like, wow, how did that happen? We don't make a play. Then he scrambles down, and he throws the one, probably the 20-yarder down, and you feel like you got a guy on it. The guy makes an unbelievable catch. But we just didn't make the plays. We were in position. We didn't make them.
Charlie, would you attribute any of the defensively when they got out of position? You guys have a lot of guys who either haven't played much or are literally redshirt freshmen, true freshmen, junior college guys who haven't played. I mean, did that factor in at all, just the inexperience of some of the guys, who have to be out there?
No, because they've been placed in enough positions where they practice, where they understand. So I can't blame it on their age because they've been placed in that position. Because, okay, those same plays came the second half and we were able to go tackle them. So the first half, why didn't we get it done? But it's when you're placed in that position, it's competitive excellence. Guys, when your name is called, your number is called, you got to be able to go and perform. And if we didn't get that done.
What are some of the things that you can build on out of this game?
But you can just talk about, we lost because we made mistakes. We lost because of the mistakes that we made. And we cannot make those mistakes. Because if you want to win, you cannot make those mistakes. And then you like the way we played the second half. How we hung in there and we competed and didn't give in.
How did Powell's 80-yard run develop? Can you kind of explain that?
Right, it was a zone play, and I want to say Beaumont, Ranger, I want to make an unbelievable block, and they kind of pinned the corner, and he had one guy to beat and just jab stepped him and just outran him. But just a simple zone where he just boom took the hand off and he outran their secondary.
Who did you like on your defense? Who had a good day in your mind?
I thought Brandon Heath had a good game. I thought he lined up. And then when you look at the second half, Shanad Holton came in and played well, and Akeem Smith. They both came in and they tackled well. But those guys, B.J. Butler was a young guy that we played that made a couple of plays out there. But, just defensively, it's hard for me to just, I just see some guys kind of standing out. Then you see where it's glaring, where some guys made a lot of mistakes.
Charlie, what do you think of the atmosphere of the first game here?
Oh, the atmosphere was unbelievable. We came through the card march, and it was big time atmosphere. And the guys understood it. And I told them, if you want that atmosphere all the time, you have to go play like it. Because if you play well, then you'll get that type of atmosphere.
Is this a confidence building game for Chris Philpott?
Yes, I think Philpott, he did a great job of kicking. And you just look at the kicks that he made, and he was right on point, which is good for him because he needed that.
Anything else for Coach?
You lost Bellamy early, I mean, and that's tough because you don't have a lot, a lot of bodies there, but the receiving core now, what do you expect from Bellamy? Do you know his situation going forward?
I don't know his situation yet, but you're right. We lost a guy who's a really good football player for us, and maybe he could have made some of those plays that we needed to make there at the critical times in the game.
Is this something to build on?
Something to build. Yes, I mean, this is a loss. You always look at the bad point of the loss and see what you can do with it, how you can help yourself and help the football team. But we had our chance. We had our chance, and we just didn't get it done. All right. Thank you.